McKinsey has launched their robot by the name of Lily, right? They have fed 1 lakh different question and answer. Yesterday only they have launched. It is going to come in the market. The McKinsey Lily is going to give you lot of answers on it. It's going to help for the customer. So this is the way the complete changes are happening in the world. So we should be embracing that. So this is part about the technology part. Now coming to the summit leadership. So when I started the journey, the boss used to come, boss, whatever you say, right? Then when we entered it, it became the manager area because to manage the things, right? Then after that, the era has come of the leadership. Leadership is that you start leading the people, knows the ways, goes the ways, and understand the things. So this is the old definition is there, which is going to continue.
Rajput sir, thank you so much for joining for this podcast. This is the second podcast on my channel I am doing face to face.
Great, sir, great.
So I have been following you on LinkedIn and social media and everywhere. And the important thing, what I really liked your energy, your passion for contributing to the society and the community. So my first question is, sir, what keeps you so motivated, so energetic, and so charged every time?
Okay, very good question. Actually, when I meet the people, different people, and they all are the educated people, literate people, they are the knowledgeable people. So when you go and meet them, then they reflect that energy of knowledge. And when they reflect the energy of the knowledge, it always gives us lot of motivation, which aspires me that yes, I am also being equally motivated. And then again, then the inquisitiveness to meet the new people is there, to learn from them. So with that a child mind, I just go there, and it always keeps me very happy and agile. And because with the open mind, I go for the learning part.
Yeah. So to all our viewers and the audience, today we have Prof.Dr.Pk.Rajput ji. And he has been into pharmaceutical. He is the legend for pharmaceuticals, because there are very few people you will find those who work for one organization for a longer period of time. So we will be going to ask him a lot of questions which will be very helpful for all the aspiring leaders and the leaders, those who are in the existing role. So please watch this, share this podcast with everyone. So sir, share brief your journey about as of now, sir, how much have you traveled, and then we will talk more about your experiences.
Thank you, Sharmaji. First of all, my gratitude to you for giving me an opportunity to reveal my journey and to tell that what is my understanding, what is my learning is there. So thank you so much once again. My journey 40 years back, I was in the engineering college, and after doing my graduation, and in 45 days of time, I left the engineering because I didn't like the engineering. So I used to see this noble profession people elegantly dressed, nice communication, talking science with the doctors. So I thought, oh my God, what a great profession it is. Then I have chosen the career as a medical rep, and then started my journey from Gorakhpur. And then after that, I was as a area manager at Agra, then regional manager at Lucknow for the entire UP. And then after that, I came to South in Bangalore, 1996 to 1999. Then I was at Bombay. Then from Bombay, I went to Ahmedabad, which is the basic hub of Cadila. And then onwards, I was there and then keep on growing. So that is the entire very small journey, but with a very clarity in my mind that yes, let us contribute it and let us build the team. Because once you become a manager or a leader, at that time you used to talk as a manager. Right, because the boss culture has gone and the manager culture has come. So if you are going to become a good manager, if you are able to help your team, right, then naturally you are going to grow. So that was the basic thing in my mind, and that's why keep on continuing, keep on learning from everywhere, every sources wherever it is available.
Yeah, very good, sir. So the problem, many people, they wanted to become big, they wanted to achieve so many things in the life, but the problem is in the decision making. Whenever you are working as a medical rep, especially this podcast is going to be very, very helpful, immensely helpful for the pharmaceutical people. So if somebody wanted to go to first line manager and from first line manager to second line manager, but there is some inhibitions, which is inhibiting people because of the environment, because of some, that is called a self-doubt, whether I will be successful or not. What made you to, sir, keep on growing and reaching to the level of senior vice president for one of the very eminent organization in the country?
So first that you have actually given the answer, self-doubt. Why there should be a self-doubt? You should have the confidence on this, right? And I always feel that if first time I'll not be able to win the situation or I'm going to fail, it is not the end of the story. Second time I'll be doing that in a better way so that I should be a winner. So that was there, and the self-confidence was already there, right? And there was always an itch to learn from somebody else, right? Somebody more is going to come and they are going to help me and support me. So you can say my antennas, my brain was always open. That yes, keep learning and keep progressing. I always say that if you want to go to the 10th story of the building, you have to have the very first step on the very first story. Then only you start climbing. You have the aim there for 10th story, but you have to have the process to understand, to ensure, and to keep on progressing it, because new things are going to come and then you have to embrace it, you have to adopt it, and adaptability is the way of the thing. You cannot change the entire system, but you have to change because if you have to progress. That is the basic thing.
And one thing, sir, which really astonished me about you, that you are very well updated when it comes to the digital learning, AI, and Web3. Whatever the technology is there. Very rarely this is seen in the pharmaceutical. Pharmaceutical is considered to be very traditional kind of the job and the industry. And I have seen your sessions and the lectures, especially of the servant leadership and how you can really inspire other people also. Share some thoughts.
So now you have asked me two questions. One is basically on the technology and second is on the management part, right? So first I will talk about the technology. Today we all are embraced with it, right? And after the post-COVID era and the era of AI, machine learning, all is coming up, right? The things are getting changed. Here I like to highlight one more thing is that whatever today we are here, after 5 years of that time, 80% of the things will be changed. Like our fooding habit, our car driving, our houses, and you can see in the back 5 years back, today we are in 2023, if you see on the 2018, what type of cars which you are using it, what type of the food habits were there, which type of the way that you are taking, what type of lights which you are using, completely changed. So 80% and when the world is changing, you have to change yourself, otherwise you are going to become obsolete. So that is the reason I always enjoy that what is the technology is going to give us, right? And how I should be embracing the technology, updating myself, because tomorrow it is that entire world is on our fingertips, right? So it depends upon us how to use it and how to misuse it. So start using the thing in the right perspective and start upgrading your knowledge, because lot of information is available in the world, right? But out of that, churning out the knowledge is very important. Systematic way of churning out the knowledge is more important, because it is going to give you purity. It is also going to give you the power. And when the purity and power is there, you can stand anywhere, and then this confidence level will keep on increasing, which is the need of the hour. And today, what the children, they are studying about the technology. If you will not adopt, then tomorrow we are going to be obsolete, which is very, very important. So this is about the technology. About that knowledge, I keep on embracing myself, learning myself either from the different forum, either it is an OpenAI or the BARD. I like today, since we have asked a very beautiful question, McKinsey has launched their robot by the name of Lily, right? They have fed 1 lakh different question and answer. Yesterday only they have launched. It is going to come in the market. The McKinsey Lily is going to give you a lot of answers on it. It's going to help for the customer. So this is the way the complete changes are happening in the world. So we should be embracing that. So this is part about the technology part. Now coming to the servant leadership. So when I started the journey, the era was of bossism. The boss used to come, so people were standing there, and somebody is coming, so he will be there, big boss, whatever he will say, right? Then when we entered it, it becomes the managerial. We got to manage the things, right? Then after that, the era has come of the leadership. Leadership is that you start leading the people, knows the ways, goes the ways, and understand the things. So this is the old definition is there, which is going to continue. But after that, it's become a servant leadership. Well, what is the servant leadership? Servant leadership is that you have to be supportive to the people. And I always say, you should build a team like this, that when you are sitting in the team, an outsider should not understand who is the leader. That is the way of building the team, which is very important. And then you become 100% an indispensable person, because if you are able to build somebody else, you are ready for the next position. Right, so don't think that somebody is really indispensable, you cannot be doing. No, it is not like that. Everybody in this earth is indispensable, you can utilize it. Then after that, the new era has come now of the mentorship, because you have to build a mentor, become a mentor. And if you are going to become a mentor, you will be able to understand the different psychological phenomena of the people, the leadership style, because somewhere it is a transformational leadership, somewhere it is a transactional leadership. Of course, servant leadership is there. So the different segment is required in different society, different way of putting the things. But ultimate the goal is that yes, we have to achieve the particular position which is important. We always say that 10 important people are sitting, 10 leaders are sitting, right? They have a different thinking, but ensure that the goal is one. So they may have 10 ideas, but all the ideas should sync to the one particular position which is achieving the goal. So that is the way I keep on talking on the thing which is very important.
Wonderful. Another important thing, that leadership is always situational, and in spite of knowing the leadership and the leadership style and the types, many leaders keep on struggling to become successful. What is that inhibition, sir? And share 3-4 points which will help all the upcoming leaders so that they can achieve success. They can really go beyond of their imagination and the thinking, sir.
So first thing is, if you become a leader, never ever belittle the people. Belittling is one of the things which you feel that, oh my God, I have something. No, never ever belittling the people. Second thing is, be humble, having the humility, having the compassion, right? These are the very basic things are there, and respect the other person's value system, which is important. So if you will do this thing, you will be able to attract the entire people. Actually, the reason is that there is a goal is there. Now, it is the two ways. If you will not do all these things, then we will not be getting attracted toward the goal. We will be getting distracted from the other thing. So let us build such a beautiful way with the emotional intelligence, taking care, helping others, being with them, right? Encouraging them, inspiring them, motivating them, and celebrating the smallest success of the people. These are the very important things. And actually I have seen that sometimes, I'm not blaming, sometimes we have forgotten to appreciate the people, the team, or celebrate the smallest part of the things. Believe you me, if you start celebrating it or appreciating it, inspiring it, rather you are going to learn a lot. And in my this technological journey which I take, I have learned from the junior most people, because they came with a technological background. So I thought, let me just understand from you that what you have learned. Please teach me, and be a learner for that. There should not be ego, because ego is going to destroy and spoil everybody. So this is the way which I like to highlight. Be very humble, be very polite, be a learner, right? Be an inquisitive person, and you know what is your goal, what is your destination is there. Take the team along with you. That is the right way of putting the things.
Sir, you are sharing all these thoughts, and as per my experience, you are the person, you are the leader who walk the talk. Because I have seen you, the way you reply to anyone, the way you talk to anyone, you are so humble, so generous to the people. Even you may not be knowing about that person. So even this should be the approach, normal approach for anyone. But people fail in terms of the implementation of such, this genuinity. How have you decided that I should be like this?
Okay, so it is like a practice. Practice makes a person perfect, right? So whenever it is always say, whenever we are speaking anything, it has to be very positive. Don't choose the words which is a negative words. And you know that in our Indian mythology we say that Kan Kan mein hai Ram, means in every molecule there is a God is there. Same thing is, there is a quantum science is there. Quantum science, that the aura which we see, whatever we speak, whatever we see, whatever we think about other side, that aura has been created. So we start working on that, building that aura, talking the positive words, appreciating the people. It is going to help you so that you can be a successful leader. We always say, this is the tongue which makes you to give lot of sweetness and which also gives you lot of bitterness. Utilize it. God has given the synchronization between tongue and mind. Utilize in the best possible way, because ultimately your goal is not to defend anybody. Your goal is to encourage the people, because ultimately their success is your success. It's not your own success. We are not in the era of Hitler that we became successful and everybody is following. Nobody is going to follow. You have to take the people along with you. Then only the people will be following it, and then they will be blindly following it, because they will have trust factor, which is very important. You have to be honest. You have to be very, very important for that. When the trust and honesty is there, I think you can lead any of the team, whichever the team are there, good, bad, better, best, any team, and they will be like a pillar for you. And I always say, create a team who should be a pillar for you, because nobody wants to become a filler, neither a puller, right? So always create a team of the pillars, because if you are not there, pillars are there to take care, and you are happy because you have created multiple pillars in the organization or wherever you are working.
Wonderful, sir. So the leader is the leader who create more leaders. In absence of that leader, people work the way people work is
100% right. That is 100%. Rather, they work better. Let me tell you. I always believe, because they want to impress you as because you become a mentor for them. Now the leader part is over, right? So when you come back in the boardroom, they like to say, sir, these are the 10 beautiful ideas have come. Now let us choose 1 or 2 beautiful ideas and keep remaining ideas, 8 ideas, so that we can take it in the next time. So in this way, you are encouraging the people to think out of the box. Creativity will be there, and the communication will be very clear and concise, which is very important.
Sir, I come from L&D background. So my another question will be, being a sales head, how do you see the contribution of L&D or training people in the organization?
Very good question. Actually, I will add one more. One is the L&D and second is HR. HR is Sr.Vp, right? So it's a business partner and L&D. Earlier, the era was there that people used to consider that they are not a money spinner, right? L&D is not a money spinner and HR is not a money spinner. They are an additional cost. But today, the situation is L&D plays a vital role. Sr.Vp plays a vital role, because in this changing era, when the people, they come from a humble background and they are not doing so many things, L&D can change the mindset of the people. Today we talk about the mindset, and from mindfulness, MINDFULL, they will make the person mindful, FUL. So when they will make the person mindful, the person will think one particular goal at a time instead of thinking 100 things. That is the basic function of the L&D, to develop the people, to train the people that what is the right way to achieve it. They will not be achieving it, but they are going to show the right way, the right armament, the right path, which is a very, very essential part. And I always say, one should not ignore the L&D, one should not ignore the Sr.Vp, because they are the 2 important pillars of the organization. Of course, money spinners are there, they are going to bring money, but if these pillars are very, very sustainable and very strong, the money will be floating like any.
Wonderful, sir. The message I wanted to communicate to all the business leaders and especially the founders, that if you are considering L&D or training as a cost, you are mistaken. So they cannot make decisions, but they have all the things, all the power to influence the decision maker. So being a Sr.Vp, being a L&D person, training person, you can give your ears to the business leaders, because the more you go in the hierarchy, there are less number of people are the other things.
So now I'll give a good example, right? Today we are in the atomic world, right? So L&D is like an ISRO, right? L&D is like an ISRO for preparing the thing which is basically required. Ultimately, when the war is there, when the people are there on the forefront, L&D doesn't go there, but L&D is able to provide. They are like a DRDO, ISRO. They are able to provide the armament which is actually required, the missile which is required to hit the target, right, to hit the enemy. So that is the preparation the L&D prepares for that, and the people who are the foot soldiers, they are there at the place, and they are going to fight because they have best of the best armament. They understand that how to deal with which area, where the tank has to be used, where the battle other things has to be used. So this is the job of the L&D. And because in L&D there are multiple segments are there, from the lower level to a higher level. So they have different cake for different people, and then they flourish that particular cake as per the requirement of this, so that everybody should enjoy and everybody should feel very happy, satisfied, and they ensure that the satiety has to be taken care.
Wonderful, sir. Now, sir, coming to the very buzzwords in today's scenario is coaching. How coaching helps to develop more leaders and the team members?
So coaching is another very important scenario, which is the need of the hour, because again, people are coming with a good IQ level, right? People are coming with the EQ level, but there are 2 things which is missing. One is the SQ level and at the AQ level. Again, you will ask, what is SQ? SQ is the social quotient, and AQ is the adversity quotient. Right. So these are the 4 quotients are there, which is very important. Coaching means it is like one-to-one conversation, consolement to the people. And that is the reason in today's scenario, coaching is the real requirement, because I may have 100 of the strength, but I have 5 weakness also. Maybe Sharma Saab, you have 102 of the strength, maybe 3 weakness also. So when a coach is there, he can take care for the 3 of your the weakness or my 5 of the weakness, and he can help me so that I should come out, because everybody wants to come out from that opportunity. I always say there is an opportunity, and coaching is an opportunity to build a professional, a real true professional for the future, not for the current scenario.
Wonderful, sir. So much of knowledge sharing is happening, sir. It really creates a lot of value for the audience. Sir, share some resources for the leaders.
So resources is, I always say that first of all, never ever react, always be a responsible person. Point number 1, because you have multiple situations where it will give a jerk to you, but never react, because if you react, you will miss the bus. If you respond, you will think, and with a cool mind, you are able to respond, which is very important. Second important thing is the communication is the key of success. Communicate the way you want to be communicated. I repeat, communicate the way to your team, the way you want to be communicated, because we want to inspire our team to aspire to reach to the level which is basically required. This is the second thing. Third thing is, if there is a failure is a way of life. Enjoy that failure and think that where I missed the bus, so that I should be sharpening my axe and I'll be able to put the things, which is the third important point which is there. Fourth important thing is, be a creative person. Think out of the box, which is very important. If you start thinking out of the box, then you will be able to contribute there, because everybody respect a contributor, not be a general person. And if you become a contributor, you will be highly respected. Then the next point I like to highlight it, which is very, very important for any person: be humble, have the humanity and the compassion and empathy, because you don't know what is going to happen in the person's area. So take the team along with you with a very, very sincere way and ensure the thing. Last but not the least, always be a trustworthy and create a team of trustworthy people. Be honest with them, because trust is one of the important factors which we take time to build, but you will take a friction of second to be broken. So these are the important 4, 5, 6 factors are there, which is very important for a leader, because ultimately the goal of the leader is to achieve the goal, and nobody wants to become a failure, right? But people have different thinking because they come from a different backgrounds, right? A different background. But our responsibility is that we should build a team who should be thinking as per the organization requirement, and so that they should be coming up and they should take the responsibility whenever it is.
Wonderful. Sir, I really like the way you shared that trust, right? So a lot of trust is breaking between 25th to 30th when the final number is not achieved, and that's what the identity of a real leader comes in the picture. Right. So I remember, one of my previous boss, Mr. R.D. Mathur, he was always used to keep on telling, "Banda hai to dhanda hai." If you keep on breaking, so this is what the problem in the industry. So first to 25th, you are just like a chota bhai and bada bhai, younger brother and the elder brother, and the whatnot. And the moment you have this started hearing the phone calls for the business pressure and the meeting of the numbers and the goals and the performance, you started downloading all those pressure, and the language changed all of a sudden between 25th to 30th. Share something on that, sir, how a leader need to really keep that patience in the mind. So
an excellent question.
Yeah.
An excellent question. Let me tell you, there is no salesperson. We all are salespeople, right? Marketing people, who doesn't know what is happening, what is going to happen for the coming 3 months. We all are aware about our situation. From a medical rep to the senior person, they are aware about it. 5-10% plus minus is there. But we just have that mask of telling that things are going to happen in this way. And be very, very open about it. Right. Now, we have to take out the mask. We have to build our team. So whatever the plan which is going to happen, it has to be on the very first week of the plan. And the action plan has to be very clear. The timelines has to be very clear. Then you start working on that. Why we should wait on 25th? Like if suppose on the first week some X amount is supposed to be achieved, something is there. and it has not been achieved, right? So then help the guy, right? Because we have the hierarchy, na? That with 5 people, one area manager is there. Then again with the 5 area manager, we have one regional manager is there in pharma industry. So then that area manager is having all the way to go and help the person, because still he or she has remaining 21 days in her hand. So why to waste for the remaining 25 days and say that it is not happening? Jump on the thing. Maybe it may not happen the very first month, right? It may happen the second month little better, third month it will be much better, and 100% the fourth month you will be on the target. And let me tell you my example. I am not giving my example, I am giving my team example. During the time of Corona and before Corona and after Corona, 38 months, month on month, I was having 5 divisions. All the divisions, everybody has achieved the target month on month basis, 38 months continuously. And that's why there's like a Limca book of records, we have OMG book of records, they have felicitated me. But again, this all credit goes to my team, because we keep on encouraging them, we keep on helping them, we keep on thinking what you require. You jump, that is become, you as a leader should become a firefighter, not they should become a firefighter. Because if we are able to provide them lot of the armament, the strength, the help, support, everything, they will be able to come out. And it may not happen in 1 month, but have a time of 90 days of that time. That's why we make a 90 days plan. And every week, we should not unnecessarily grill them. We should monitor to support them, which is very important. Yeah. And if it will happen, believe you me, the success is going to come. I personally tested 5 divisions, all the divisions, 100% month on month. That is one of the example I can see.
Yeah. So, thank you so much, sir. Are we missing anything, sir? Any message you would like to convey, sir?
No, nothing. I only want to say that build your team, because that is your strength, right? That is your strength. Wherever you go, you will be known with the team which you are carrying on. Like the way we say, whatever, it depends upon the person, which type of book series, what are the company which you keep. You have been known for that. Make a good people team, right? Encourage them, inspire them, so that when you are not there, they should start talking good about you. That is the real strength of the team. And when the team start good about you, 100% they will be clear cut that yes, they have to achieve the goal. Be humble, be respectful, right? Be trustworthy, be honest, be clear, right? And don't manipulate the thing which is there, right? If you start manipulating 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, otherwise the people will leave that thing and then they will start leaving you. And here I like to highlight, maybe I have the team of this Nepal, this and that was there. My attrition was hardly 7%, because the people were not performing also, right? We used to talk to them, we used to encourage them, that what you require, what are the things are there, why you are getting demoralized. We are there to help you, support you, we'll give you some extra effort, and that is the way. In any reason and every way you can build a team. You keep on encouraging them, inspiring them, keep on adding knowledge to them, right? Because everybody wants to learn, embrace the knowledge. That is all I can say.
Yeah, wonderful, sir. I personally believe that the responsibility of a leader here plays a very important role, especially the frontline managers. You are the HR manager for your people. You are the finance manager for your people. You are the admin manager for your people. You are everything. Even the organization is you for them, right? If you know these all small nuances, I think you will be better in the position to take care of your people. And if you take care of your people, they will take care of the business and the organization.
1000% right. Because area manager is one of the very important position, believe you me. And once you are successful in that, then believe you me, you will be successful throughout your career. That is very important, because there is the first line, that is the Lakshman Rekha, which is there to become successful. And think that why I will not become successful? Not by embracing, but by assertiveness. If you embrace, then people will not be there. And if you have assertiveness of the approach, helping in the approach, then the team will be there and you are going to become successful. Because pharma industry is a very beautiful industry, right? The more better way we work, the build the team, no attrition, the sales are going to go. Because today even a doctor wants a regular face which is coming in front of them, because they trust the face. They have not seen the organization. They have understood about that thing. They know about that big organization. But the person comes and he keeps on coming regularly, talking about the brand, products and all, which is really required. It can make a lot of changes. So help your team and to build your entire area, which is very important.
One last message, whenever you are seeing your supervisor, your manager, your manager's manager, just go and sit with them and just ask simple questions. Sir, what made you so successful? They may be having, some other drawbacks, some demerits, but don't look at that demerits. Who do not have demerits? सब भगवान हो जाते नहीं तो sir. Just ask them. There may be, one or two things which is helping them to leading and growing in the career and the ladder. And that's the thing is, if you can just inculcate into you, I think nothing can help you like this.
Absolutely.
And keep learning, keep reading, keep listening to the podcast.
Keep listening to a podcast. Let me also add one thing, that keep reading about the biography of a successful people. Because let me tell you, there is a study is there from Harvard, because I am a part of leadership Harvard Square. The study, only 5% of the people, they think out of the box. And when you think about it, they think about the attitude, altitude, aptitude, creativity, determination, discipline, capabilities, capacity, all these things are there which they think about it. So when you start listening such type of podcasts, such type of the autobiography or biography of the people, you'll be able to see that yes, these people from zero scratch, they build the entire thing. And believe you me, I always say, we have all the capacity and capability to build the thing, because we all have started our journey from the zero. And today, whosoever has reached to the position in this beautiful industry which is known as the pharmaceutical industry, right, they all have achieved from the medical level. There's only one industry where the head of the company has also worked as a medical rep, or the president of the company has also worked as a medical rep. So you can understand a simple graduate BSc at that time or BA at that time as the owner of the company. A pharmacist can be a owner. We all have heard the name of Sun Pharma. We all have heard the name of Mankind, Mr. Juneja, area manager. So there are enough of the examples are there where you can make the things and you can change the thing. And that is the real need of the hour. So don't feel that you are not capable, but yes, stretch yourself. Push yourself, which is very important, and is going to make a difference. The more you push, the better you will get it. That is the need of the hour.
Wonderful. So, sir, thank you so much for being on this podcast, Let's Talk Show, and wish that these all insights and the experiences what from Rajput sir has shared will be very helpful for all the young leaders and the existing leaders and the people those who are watching this. And wish you all the best, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharma sir. Once again, I am feeling very happy, feeling very humble, and my gratitude that you have invited me on your podcast. And I am sure this podcast is going to help the people who are going to listen, because I also started my career as a simple medical rep, which you have heard about it. And I have grown, I have seen not many ups and downs, but I have always taken that downs as an opportunity to further build the things ahead. And my journey continues. That's what my tagline is. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.